This is something I've never seen discussed anywhere else. So we're going to cover it here. And I mean anywhere else. Part of, if you're in the audience, part of your experience and part of the quality of your experience is your either knowledge of or assumption of how important the rest of the audience is. So, for instance, if you're watching somebody talk about a SaaS product or a fintech product or whatever, something really engineering heavy, let's say, and you're a manager and you have the impression somehow that everyone else or the majority of the audience are people who are like way below you on the skill side and knowledge side, right? They're all newbies. Then you're probably not going to stick around for the remainder of that webinar. Like, this is not for me. It's like accidentally wandering into a 101 class when you should be in an advanced class of any topic. And you're like, why? No, I don't need this. This is going to be a bunch of people going over concepts that I learned years ago. Not for me. So part of your experience and the quality of your experience is an assumption or knowledge, if you can get it. I don't know how you would get it necessarily unless the speaker told everybody, but your assumption that people in the audience are at your level or higher for the most part. So it's not the worst thing in the world to do an aside, sort of an off the cuff remark about how, looking at the webinar registration list for the session you're in, you see that there are a lot of people in this industry and a lot of people in that industry. You see that there are a lot of CTOs and CEOs present. The thing about webinars, as opposed to a live streaming platform like LinkedIn Live has a lot of benefits, but one of the downsides is that people might be able to get an idea of who else is in there and their titles and what companies they work at and so on. Especially if they register for the event. So, whereas on a webinar platform, you don't really know anything about anyone else in the audience. And so, like I said, if you think or can show, don't show the audience, but you can confirm for yourself that there are high-level folks there and there are people in this industry and that industry, and you should be able to find that out in just a couple of minutes of research, looking at the email addresses or looking people up on LinkedIn. Then just go ahead and say that. It'll make everyone in the audience feel better about being there, since clearly this is a topic and you're a speaker and your company is a vendor that has the relevant, even important people doing the presentation, giving out that information.